Hi everyone, it's Fluffy again with another Gypsy for Dummies video. This time it's on making a shape book, and this is a concept that I learned from Bug Junkie. She does it on Design Studio. I'm just going to show you how you can now do it. On the Gypsy using some of the new features, the multi-page. So here I made a basic book, and I forgot to print out one of the pages or cut out one of the pages. So there's actually a fourth page here, but it's not here right now. The concept is that you cut the basic page with the shape already here in blackout feature, and then you cut that blackout feature again here so you can use pop dots to kind of give it some depth. Check out Bug Junkie's blog to see details. This is just a mock-up just to show you that it can be done, and plus I had to test it out. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I always encourage everybody to get their Gypsy out to do this, and I do everything on Gypsy Wanderings or Gypsy font because I know that those two fonts and those two carts come on the Gypsy. So let's go ahead and get started. We have our 12 by 12 mat up, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our base for our boards. So let's go travel out to our keypad, to your Gypsy Wandering. You're going to find that base, second row, second column. You're going to see this little icon here. Click that, and I usually click the fifth item on the second row, and that's like a rectangle. And I come back, and that needs to be at 5. So I'm just going to go and do height of 5. It's easier for me just to use a keyboard. That way I can get it precise. And then I just bring it over here, tap off. Now let's go get some of our items. I don't want to have it too big because we'll resize them when we get back. Now we're going to go get some of our items. I'm going to go, remember you want to use your blackout feature, so I am hitting the top left hand corner, and I'm going to grab a rabbit, and I'm going to grab a dragonfly, and I'm going to grab a flower, and I'm going to grab another flower, and I'm going to grab the flying butterfly, which I never can find. There it is. And with this one we're going to test the weld and flip, the flip and weld feature, which yay, does work. And we're going to bring all those items back to our page here. And I'm going to ungroup them so I can start moving them around the board, the mat. Alright, so I'm going to move this up here. And then I'm going to have my dragonfly kind of up here. And then my flower down here. And then maybe him there, the last page be. Anyway, so the first thing you want to do is you want to set your items exactly where you want them to be on your page. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do. Just kind of move those around to where you want. This one isn't going to be very pretty. Oh, that's right, I want to use the flip feature. So let's go ahead and move this one over and go to our advanced key, and I'm going to use the flip, and then I'm going to put two flowers together. There we go, with the butterfly over it. So play with it a little bit. Like I said, this one isn't made to be pretty. It's just made to show you the basic concept. And there's my little rabbit there. Okay, everything isn't to scale. That's okay. Like I said, I'm just doing this to do a basic video. Okay, once you have everything on here and you know how many pages you're going to have on your book, what you want to do next is you want to go ahead and add those pages using this add button up here. So I'm going to have 1 page, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. I always put an extra page just in case I need it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times because I already had page 1 up, so I only need to add 5 more. So now I have 5 pages, and you notice, or 6 pages, and you notice that there is a grayed out box on my screen of the first page, and that will stay there. So we're going to try to keep this page as clean as possible, so I'll give you some tips. Let's go back to page 1, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and copy this item here to each page. I found the best way to do that is to highlight it on page 1 and go to each page and hit copy paste. Okay, and that puts it on page 2. Now you could, if you wanted to, just from this highlight go to page 3 and copy paste, but know that every time you do that in on the Gypsy, that you get a cascading effect of different items on here. So you'll have, eventually you'll have on each page 6 cascading rectangles, and you don't want that. You want to keep it as clean as possible. And the way I do that is I go back to page 1, highlight it, go to page 3, which is my next page I need to do, copy paste, go to page 1, highlight it, go to page 4, copy paste, go to page 1, highlight it, go to page 5, copy paste, go to page, I really don't need it on page 6, so I'm not going to do it on page 6, so I'm going to go back to page 1. And now I'm just going to tap on the screen just to deactivate it on the other page. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is on each one of these pages is I want to add the item that needs to go on that page. So on page 2, I'm going to put the dragonfly. Is that right? Sounds funny. Dragonfly. Okay, so I'm going to highlight it, go to page 2, copy paste. There it is. Now go ahead and move it over your dragonfly. You can do it one or two ways. You can maximize your screen and kind of eyeball it, which is what I do. Or, quite good at it. Or what you can also do is you can go to page 1, and get the exact coordinates off of the basic screen, 3.35.8.74. And when you have those coordinates, you can put it exactly where you want it. So let's say I want to do this one. I just moved it a little bit. And I want to copy it. I can do 5.32 by 7.26. So the first thing I want to do is select it, go to page 3 where it's going to live, go to my advanced, hit copy paste, and go to my basic. And I can type in the information here, but I've already forgot it again. So you can do it with a pen and paper. The more accurate you get it, the cleaner your page will be. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go back and do page 4. Grab that. Travel to page 4. Hit the advanced. Copy paste, maximize my screen, and move it over. There we go. And then, okay, so do that to your next page, and then let's make it minimize. And go to page 1 again, select it, go to page 6, 5, so let me go around again, 5, hit copy paste on the advanced screen, maximize, and set it up just right. Okay, like I said, the better you do it, the less mess you'll have on your screen when you're done.